is a very timely and very expensive endeavor. And it's very well needed within the municipalities. Everybody's behind in technology. So what I did is, if you know Atlas Oil, I met Victor Simon at his office in Birmingham, and he has a fund, and it's $130 million funds, and they look for entrepreneurs. So I kind of pitched that somebody could ever build this, because I wanted to build it, but you really, it's very costly too. You have to have the funding behind it. So to make a long story short, I got in touch with these guys, and the strategy is we'll use them for business license. And I talked to the clerk's office, if they were okay with it, to do a workflow for business license. And as it is right now, somebody comes up to the counter, right? They might need a, hold for a business license. They send them to planning that kicks off all the, the inspections that need to be done. I mean, when you go through it, you just, and then we send them back to pay Cindy the amount. So what I thought is that if they could build that, so our investment is $1,000. And after, if it is not to our satisfaction, if we can't look at it at a glance, if they can, a resident can't, or business owner can't do it online, then that's all we pay. And they are wanting that for a commitment from us because they need our knowledge to be able to build this workflow for them. And with that, I'll let him talk a little bit about InfoReady.
So people are going to be able to apply for business licenses online after this?
Yes. That's the goal. And if they do, we like them and we keep them and we might do other things with them. If they don't, well, bye-bye.
All right, I'm just going to stand up here. My name is Bhushan, my partner Maurice. We have been technology entrepreneurs forever. I built 4 fast growth companies in Ann Arbor. Currently, InfoReady is ranked one of the fastest growing companies in Washtenaw County, and also ranked nationally as one of the fastest growing company 5 years in a row. So we are doing something right. Our whole goal in life is to make it easier for business consumers to make their life easy. Like we go home and we do very complex transactions on Amazon and book travel and do everything, but the moment we come to work, we are completely paralyzed, simply because so-called large, big honking enterprise systems just don't do the job. So we built a platform which is easy to configure, easy to use, no training required, we hope. But we had captured the imagination of the market quite a bit. We have already acquired 1/3 market share in higher education market nationwide, and just beginning to enter into international market. We have 2 products. One is a marketplace product which allows businesses to build Amazon-like marketplaces to promote what they have. A lot of universities use our products for student attraction, student retention, faculty attraction, to populate the programs ranging from scholarships to internships to study abroad and all that. And the second product is automating everything that happens when somebody clicks on it, where you are collecting the data, somebody needs to review that data, somebody needs to approve, sign off, and have full control on what's going on. When we met George and when he looked at our product, he came up with immediate terminology that we are going to steal it for our marketing. We say, you build smart forms, you build intelligence behind what happens when you when you collect the data. So we've been in discussions with a lot of municipalities. We have done a fair bit of work with Michigan Economic Development Corporation and few cities and counties in automating, some of the processes, they do. Our hope in this pilot is to prove to you that things are possible and hopefully catch your attention so that we can lead with our product in this market. We have researched this market quite a bit, and we have learned that there is a tremendous gap in this market for a technology that we have, and but we need forward-thinking leaders who like to take small risks. Like George mentioned, it's a small risk. It's going to be really educational for us to work with you to go through this pilot, and hopefully, initially we focus in business licensing and business permits that will show you the power of what the possibilities are in terms of doing more in this industry.
Through the chair, the councilman, add to that. I mean, when we first met and I started, listen, I'm not the expert, everybody knows I'm not the expert, but I go in there and I look at the permitting process and some of the workflows, because we kind of have it outlined, is maybe 140 steps. Like if you're building a garage, what kind of power you need and all that. And then that's what made us start thinking, like, why don't we do smartphone forms? Like most people don't know, like I don't know if I'm building a garage, or some builders probably don't know all the steps, but the workflow, you could make the smart permit ask you the next question, right? What power are you going to use, 220? And give examples. We actually talked about, well, how about if I don't know 220? But they can actually do videos and stuff, and then have the form. You don't need to know what permit you're filling out. All you got to do is answer the question, and the form puts it out what you need. Now that's a big request, but they feel that they can do it. But what they really wanted is, there's a lot of work on our end to get all the departments together and make sure that we're committed to this too.
Okay, Councilman Wood.
Cindy, you handle a majority of this stuff, right? I mean, you're in that process. Do you see this helping the process, or is the issue in a form, or is the issue seem to be sometimes different departments handling different parts of different pieces of the?
What we have right now, you can apply for a business license online, but it just sends it to my office and you can't pay.
Right.
So then my staff has to chase the person down, try to get them to pay, and if they don't pay, send them a letter, repeat it, and then we're sending ordinance out to knock on their door. So that's one part of the issue. Another issue we have is a new business comes into town. They are required to file a letter of intent. That is our first question out of our mouths when they walk in the door. When they're doing this online, it's out there. They can find that if they search opening a new business, but they have to search for it. What I'd like to see happen is when they're going to apply for a business license, it pops up and it's connected
First
to something
question
that,
that's asked.
if they haven't applied for a letter of intent, they can't go any further.
Gotcha.
Because they have to have their use approved before they can apply.
Are you saying that what we put together online right now isn't capable of doing that, or we just haven't put it together correctly, and we have the ability, we just haven't executed properly?
We haven't started accepting payments yet, and I don't know, I'm not involved with that process. I don't know about the back end capability.
Like finding this form, that doesn't seem
It's not hard
too
to do.
difficult. I don't know our system to do that, but we have smart people that can. That seems to be a pretty easy
We
hurdle.
made the forms, every department made their own forms to put on their page. So my staff did the form to apply for a business license, a FOIA, all that stuff on the page. That part wasn't difficult. Communicating between departments, I don't know if that capability is out there.
Councilman Crowe?
Yeah, how would this play in with this? We're looking for a new ERP system. So wouldn't this be part of that? I mean, wouldn't this cover that? Would it go with a Munis or no?
you know, the ERP system that we're looking for is somewhat a canned system. What we're talking about is really not out there anywhere. That's why we're calling it a pilot. They see the opportunity that in government, there's an opportunity for these smart forms or these communication, electronic forms of communication to take the place of filing a PDF, and then the PDF gets shipped over via email to the clerk. The clerk prints it, and then somebody within the clerk's office enters all the data, and then starts to chase the payment. One of the problems that exists with that is you get a lot of where the business license have expired and they haven't paid, so technically they don't have a business license. They say, yeah, but I filed. See, I sent the form in. Well, yeah, but you haven't paid. By doing this, there would be standard fields that are required, and you simply can't go any farther until you have completed those fields. So it wouldn't even allow them to send the application in without a form of payment. So I answered a little bit more, but back to your question.
So
The ERP system would be totally separate from what we're
So-
talking about here.
Do you guys ever do any programming to bridge those gaps so that these forms could communicate with our ERP system?
Yeah, I mean, we have to deal with pretty much every.
So we can have some
every
automation and
system
get rid of that human
out
error
there.
aspect, you know?
Yeah.
And then,
Councilor Johnson, 1 second.
So with the business license, so they apply for it, what happens after that, once they apply, once they do the letter of intent? Do we send somebody out there?
For a new business, yes, building, fire, planning, and treasurer have to sign off.
So this would all go to them with this, hopefully, and you guys aren't?
We manually now go into the AS, so if you go online, like the mayor said, that's printed on a piece of paper, just a populated form, and then Brittany will take it to her desk and put it in the system, and then she puts a Y in AS400 and picks the people every time who she has to send an email to. It's not an automatic process. And then those emails get sent to.
Hopefully this would be an automatic process.
That would be wonderful.
And eliminate a lot of steps and a lot of possibility